Good morning, Morioh. I do want to start by apologizing for the lack of streams recently. On Sunday, everyone ended up wanting to play the Battlefront 2 beta, which I didn't want to stream, and I wasn't really even into the game. And then on Tuesday, I'd planned to wake up and start streaming, but unfortunately, kind of overslept and didn't really wake up until about 10:30. So, you might be thinking to yourself, this isn't Resident Evil. This isn't my beautiful wife. This isn't my beautiful house. Well, I can definitely answer that first one. So I did decide to stop streaming it because the remake is being made, and I will probably end up streaming that once it comes out. And I was running into some issues with the emulator, some weird glitches, controller not being recognized, and I just didn't feel like fighting it anymore. So I decided, why not in the meantime, let's play some Dark Souls 2, because I've been wanting to replay this recently. And I know Dark Souls 2 is kind of treated as the black sheep of the series.
Perhaps you've seen it.
For some good reasons and for some bad reasons, it tried a lot of things that fans just didn't enjoy at the time. And that could very well be because everyone was just expecting more Dark Souls. And then here comes Dark Souls 2. It's trying a bunch of new things. I personally ended up really enjoying it. I haven't beaten Scholar of the First Sin before. I have played through just the base game a couple of times. I think I've ended up spending a little bit more time in Bloodborne than I did with Dark Souls 2, but Bloodborne is just such a good game that it's kind of hard to compare it to Dark Souls 2. So, you might notice there are some rules up in the top left. And this is because I couldn't find a challenge, like a challenge run that I really wanted to do. Shit. You know how like in the original Dark Souls, you could do something called the Castlevania run, where you're basically just emulating Castlevania. And I wanted to do something like that for Dark Souls 2, but there really isn't a run like that, unfortunately. So, I've come up with my own. That being, we're not going to use shields. The entire time we're going to be playing Fashion Souls, so we'll be wearing less than optimal gear. And on top of that, right when we get to Majula, we will be joining the Champions Covenant. And this is going to hopefully make the game substantially harder than it was before. I tend to prefer strength builds for my characters, so let's see here. 15, 11. Yeah, we'll be starting as warrior. Gift. I'll take the healing wares. Playing as a man, and then physique. Do that. I mean, clearly this is the most important part of any Dark Souls game. And of course, gotta have a beard. Alright. I think we're done here.
People come here for the same reason.
Not to listen to you.
To break the curse.
let's get into this. Yep, there's still the chest up here. Alright, so let's see. What are my weapons? What's my equipment like? And we'll toss these on there. Okay. So, like I said before, no shields. So, just gonna equip that. Even though I have played this game a couple of times, it's usually worth doing the tutorial just because you get some items from it. Backstab animations for 2 are just so much better than Dark Souls 1 and Dark Souls 3. Like, without the enhanced critical ring, there's something really fun about, I guess, the way that they're kind of overdone. You know, especially with an axe, you knock them down and then you just like jump up and drive the axe into them. Who's texting me? Someone's texting me. They can wait though. I'm not quite certain who you are, Mika. If you want, just feel free to ping me on Twitter, and I'll talk to you there about it. Ow. I need a better weapon. The broke straight sword is kind of fucked. The one thing that they really did improve with Dark Souls 3, especially from this game, is how your character handles. I'm noticing it like feels kind of floaty, almost. Like he doesn't respond to my inputs, at least my movement inputs, nearly as fast as he seems to in other games in the series. I understand, like, with Dark Souls 2, they were trying to make things a little bit more deliberate. You know, as like compared to, say, Bloodborne, where things are a lot quicker, it's a lot more frantic. And generally you have some ways to recover from making a few more mistakes in Bloodborne than you do with, say, this game. Oh, fuck, can I make this jump? I hate this jump. I hate jumping in general. Oh, what's the jump in this one again? No. Is it the stick? Yeah. Yeah, I hate jumping in general in these games. Because it's so weird and... like... fuck. Breath of the Wild, for example, has great jumps. You know, like a great implementation of jumping. It's really useful for getting around. Fuck. And then in Dark Souls, it's just like... it's like a fucking chore to jump across even just a 2-foot gap. That's another thing. Some of the item placement in this game is a little bit weird. Like, why give a cracked red eye orb in what amounts to a tutorial? You know, I'm not gonna be invading people in here. Although, that would be really fun to just be kind of plodding along and then suddenly you've been invaded by, you know, such and such. And that could be a lot of fun. You know. I imagine some people have tried, and I almost kind of want to try. Ah, not gonna let me. Okay. There we go. Soul of the Nameless Soldier. And this was another thing. They just started adding, you know, petrified people in random places. And a few of the changes with Scholar of the First Sin I really do agree with. Like, better enemy placement all around. Some way better encounters. Always. Do people just, like, kill themselves here half the time? There's no fucking invisible wall here. Yeah, I swear to God, people just will fucking kill themselves here. I still remember walking out here for the first time when I played originally Dark Souls 1, or Dark Souls 2 for the first time, and not really knowing anything about this game. And the idea of this being, you know, the central hub was a bit weird, just because there's so much here, especially from Dark Souls 1. It's like when you wanted specific vendors, you had to find them, and granted, you still have to find them in Dark Souls 2, but you know, sometimes these vendors would just be where you found them, so you'd have to go back and it's like, oh, I need to find this specific guy again, but he's only over here, so I've got to make the trek there. And then in Dark Souls 2, they just show up here. Alright, so first things first. Per the rules, we will be joining the Covenant of Champions. I have to confirm it 3 times. Alright. Fucking hard mode begin. So for those who maybe are a little bit unfamiliar with this Covenant, you didn't join it, or you didn't really play that much of Dark Souls 2, the Champions Covenant makes the game much more difficult. One, I can't summon anyone anymore, even if I wanted to. This includes both NPCs and players. But I can still get invaded. Second, enemies resist damage more and deal more damage. So, they're going to be taking you down pretty easily. And on top of that, apparently, it does increase the aggro range for a lot of enemies. So, there isn't going to be a whole lot of, I'm going to just sort of edge around them and see if I can maybe avoid fighting them. Now, where did... I just saw her on the cliff. Oh, there she is. I was about to say, like, fuck.
Are you or but go on. Keep.
Alright. So, my preferred build, as I said before, is usually strength for Dark Souls games. Big, meaty, two-handed weapons. Not really using shields a whole lot. Usually in the early game, I'll have a shield with me. But more recently, I have been foregoing that and just moving on to the dual wielding. So let's see. We did get our first Estus Flash Shard. There's a vendor in there, but I don't really need anything from her. Although she is like one of the best characters in this whole game. Alright, I think I can throw some more points in strength. has a smith here yet? I think he is. Yeah, he is. I don't know if he has a sword, though.
Oh, I could read.
No, he's only got shields and armor.
Well,
I don't think the other blacksmith has anything either. Has a fucking descaling for strength too. Huh. Oh, yeah. That's kind of neat. Some of the shields just sitting out. Some of the armor. You know, makes it look like you're actually in a blacksmith's shop rather than just in some desolate building. By the way, if the sound is too loud, please let me know. I did have an issue with that last stream, and I'm trying to fix it now. Okay, so I'm just not allowed to do anything with her yet, even though I've got souls to level up with and an Estus shard flask. Or Estus flash shard, whatever. 6023s, really. Ugh, fucking... Dude, there's not going to be a mimic this early in the game. And if there was, the developers are dicks. I think this one's fake, yeah. Always check. I don't quite remember where the illusory walls are in this one. I don't even think they are illusory walls. They're just walls you run up and hit A on, and the game doesn't prompt you for them. Give me just a second. I'm going to adjust my fan. Okay, I am back. Come on. Alrighty. Now, in theory, I could just leap across here. Actually, no, now that I used to think you could, but I just never wanted to attempt it. But looking at it now, it's like, nah, that's a pretty big gap. I'm sure some people have tried it, and maybe there is like a little bit of a glitch on one ledge where if you jiggle just right, it'll let you stand up on the correct side. I don't know. Again, I've never attempted it, and I don't usually watch speedruns of Souls games. It doesn't seem like too fun of an idea. I prefer playing through them myself. I will say, with the exception of one Bloodborne speedrun I watched, and that was because of something I'm planning on doing. I needed to just understand a little bit more about like how to route the quickest route through the game, and that's because I eventually want to be able to do a Relentless Hunter run, which is one of the, we'll say, more interesting challenge runs of Bloodborne. That being, you can't go to the Hunter's Dream outside of the first death to get your weapon, and to end the game. So you can't warp around, there's no buying items, there's no leveling up. And as a result, unless you know your route through the game, you could very easily trap yourself. There are certain areas in the game that you can't really get out of unless you warp out of them. The Nightmare Frontier being one of those. So meaning that you need to go to, you can never go there. There's no reason to get the tonsil stone. There's no reason to go to the church. You can't get caught by one of the snatchers early in the game because then you can't leave Hyperion Gowl without defeating. Shit, I'm bad at this. Without defeating Dark Beast Pearl. So it's just, it seems like a much more interesting run than just doing a normal, like a normal, shit. Like a normal playthrough of my channel. Man, that was a bit of a rambly thing. But trying not to fuck up at video games. I like to think I'm good at them. This guy aggroed already. Okay, I'm gonna make an adjustment to my fashion. Get rid of the helm. Okay, that's right. They moved the Haidanites. Okay, I know there's archers up top. So, we'll take care of them first. Because there's a lot of dudes down there. Ow! Come here, let me sort you out with my axe. Fucking kicked me in the face. Miserable cunt. What's the strength scaling like on this one? Okay, so it's a C at least, so... Okay, so we got a guy over there. He looks a bit tougher. At the very least, he's wearing better armor. Okay, he wasn't too tough. The hollow infantry boots. Those aren't that appealing. Oh, we got the short sword finally. It's a C. I think I'm just dealing the same amount of damage, it looks like. Can't tell because I'm not exactly sure if it's counting in the strength scaling as well. Oh, it is. There's how I can tell. So, because this has a better dex scaling and I have reasonable dex as well, this is actually going to deal more damage. Okay. So if I just grab that item, I'm pretty sure I'll wake up at least 2 or 3 of them. Although infantry boots, broken straight sword. I've been tricked. Okay, that's dealt with. He's gonna get up. Got it behind me? No. Okay. This guy will. Sword. So many bad items. I don't want them. Okay, that's everything. Ambush, that's right. Update for good calcium. Rolling into stuff should still break it, I thought. Oh, shit. Gems. Shit, that's right. There's gonna be a dick throwing things at me. Now, is there another one? Yeah, I just heard the bow go off. Also a seagull randomly. What do you suppose animals think is happening right now? You know, like there are clearly birds out there. Are they affected by the undead curse as well? Do they like does like the whole bird kingdom have to also sacrifice somebody to the first flame in order to keep it going? And if so, does this apply to all animals? Fuck. Yeah, there is someone shooting at me. Where is he? Oh, it's this asshole. Fuck, that was a slow-moving arrow. Like, I had enough time to make a T while that arrow was traveling. Man, the increased aggro range is a big thing. Witching Urn, which I think just deals magic damage, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Alright. Merchant. Hand axe. Club. A traveling merchant gear. Don't really have the spare souls for that currently. The key to what's his name shop. We are gonna need that. A few more. Right, there's that trick right here. If I could just angle, if I explode an urn correctly on this wall, I'll hit the barrels, the explosive barrels on the other side of it and take down the whole wall. Unfortunately, I've never been able to do that, and there's no real point to doing it. You miss a lot of this level, and you miss a lot of the chances for extra souls, additional items, which in a speedrun is kind of the thing that you're trying to do. But this isn't a speedrun. This is just one cunt very slowly playing through this game. Ow, ow. Okay, I made a critical life decision. I swear I'm good at this game. Now that guy's gonna get up. Yep, there we go. I think the first thing I'm going to have to level up is adaptability. Try hope. Hello, Mr. Skeletal. Oh, come on. Fucking did the attack for a backstab, and I didn't get a backstab. Man, that sword has seen some shit. Oh. Fuck. I didn't expect an armor clad this early. Okay, so these are explosive barrels. Someone shoot from up there? I have witching urns. Nothing fire though. Ow. Shit. Well, at least we have a strategy to take him down now. Duh.
You win. My name is Strength, or we get a strange dragon in the jungle. Seems like the poor folk are sweet. You
Alright, so we got her to fucking move back to Majula. Forgot I had to do that. Go. Fire bombs. Come on. Let's see if I can do this. Oh, it took all of them. There we go. Okay, we can't go up there just yet. One second. I'm gonna fix my fan. Shit. The fuck did you come from? Okay, so there's that asshole over there. There's that one right there. I know there's one over there. He's just gonna throw urns at me. Don't want to go up there because I don't want to trigger the pursuer yet. So I actually do want to try to beat him on my first go. Holy shit. He like fucking predicted where I was going to roll to. Goddamn psychic of an undead. Okay, so I've got one explosive urn. Okay. Now just try to do this without killing myself. There we go. Alright. So now let's try to fight the pursuer. Probably get my ass handed to me. Come on. Shit. There's that one laying right there. Trying to get fancy with my dodges. Not really working. Holy Jesus. This is gonna be a fucking war of attrition. man. Not backing out of my challenge, though. Ow. It's like I'm running up and gently petting him with my sword. And like trying to avoid the sharp bits. Definitely don't want to get hit by that. That will just take me apart. Okay, I'm now doing less damage. Don't know if that was just because I had hit on his shield. Yeah, probably that. God fucking damn. Oh, fuck. Okay. Second attack just decided to stay at home today. That's fantastic. Okay, we've got him halfway now. This must be fucking riveting to watch. Just one man slowly whittling down a boss. Oh, I think I lost a bunch of me butt hairs on that one. Woo! Slowly, surely. Ow! Shit! I have made an error. Oh, that came out way faster than I thought it was. Oh, man. How many fucking healing items have I used? Thank fuck I've taken healing wares. We're almost there. Oh, get amongst it! Whew. Ow! That was a dirty fucking trick. While I'm busy celebrating my fucking Early pursuer victory. These dicks had to come up. Alright. Definitely gonna want that ring of blades. Okay. I went through a lot of healing items doing that, but man, was it worth it. Now, I don't need to fight the pursuer at the end of this area. Just have to deal with everything else. Mild-mannered pig. More like, I'm Patches in disguise, please fucking kill me. Hate when my second attack just decides to stay at home. Great soul arrow. Nothing fun. Where's the ladder? In short, oh, that's right. This is a trap chest. Can't see shit. Forgot to light me torch. That's another weird thing about this game. The bodies, like, have a tendency to bounce up and down when you go, like, when they're on and off screen. Oh, that's right. Get tricked in here by fucking not
Hello
Patches.
there. Well, oh, hogwash. My name is Pate. I journey hither and thither on a sort of... Be careful out there. Oh, yes. There's treasure in there for certain. I saw the same design earlier, and it's the same. I was with this warrior, you see, and he insisted. The rather brusque fellow tried to swipe the loot. I still have the gent's ring. I'll leave this one. I'll leave the...
Oh, that's right. Something going on the other side of the wall. Shit. About to lose my sword.
Ow. Already running out of healing items. Fantastic. Okay. See if they dropped anything. Nope. Now, I know there's a hidden wall right here, but I don't think there's anything worth me using. Sorcerer's Staff, yeah. Nothing I'm really going to want to use. I could have swore there was more enemies in here. Nothing there. The message has an awful lot of rating to it, and I don't know if it's just the community being dicks. I'm gonna go with that because I don't think there is a wall there. Someone's fighting a tree. And if you know the lore behind this game, kind of know why they're still fighting a tree. Alright, what's the safe way down again?
Well, I hope that brave warrior didn't come a cropper either. Be careful out there. Oh. It allows undead to call out with luck. Well,
Alright. So now I can go help people if I really want to. I usually don't. Come on. Ow! Fucking magnets on the weapons. It's kind of shit. Alas, nothing has happened. We'll be coming back here later, probably. Crossbow. So I remember there is an enemy down on the floor over there. Can't run on that. There we go. Yeah, right there. Only got 5 life gems though. And he's one of those poofs.
I love how hard the enemies will commit to fucking attacking. Doing the full combo just in front of me. Okay. I don't approve of random enemies trying to parry me. Meow. Mailbreaker and the infantry home. I'll take the imported hood. We'll stick like that. A foreign axe murderer. Need better adaptability. That may be the first thing I pour some points into. Liar ahead. Oh yeah, it's a staircase. That's lying to me about being a staircase. Okay, something just died somewhere. Madran Lake sets up there, which I'm actually quite partial to. Not the best armor in the game, but I love the design of it. Okay, so I don't have any of my bullshit to kill this guy. Repair powder. Nope. Fantastic. Boy. So, enemies are going to drop down. What other weapons do I have right now? Mailbreaker, broken straight sword, and a dagger. Could bash a cunt with a staff. I don't think I'm allowed to do that, though. There he is. Infantry axe at risk. Yeah, no, but I don't have anything else. Luckily, this is the more or less one of the last fights I'm doing before I go rest at a bonfire. Shit! That broke sooner than expected. Okay, so we got the halberd now. Which I don't have the stats for. Even if I two-hand it? Yeah, even two-handing it. Alright. Can I get to the Dragon extent? I thought I could from here. No, it doesn't look like it. Okay, boss fight there. We're not going there just yet. Need to go back to Majula.
This just, however.
I accidentally hit the wrong button. Yeah, this is a shard. No, I'm not giving it to you. Go away. Yeah, my adaptability is 5. Get up to that much. We'll go to 15. Drop some points in vigor. And endurance.
Who are you? Oh, I announced. I'm a...
I thought I bought the key already. And she's not here. Yeah, she's still here. Okay. Oh, that's right, I did buy it. Oops. Swear to God, I'm good at video games.
Ah, yes. Now I can... But first, let...
Set up. You just walk in, mate. Then you're set up. Excuse me.
You, the name's Lennygrass, and you are a man ought to... not... you're a quick...
Guy's a dick. Let's see. What am I gonna want? Longsword might do me well. Mace will definitely do me well. hang on to the boss souls for right now because I can't remember what items give what. And the last time I played Dark Souls 2, I did a dex build, and that was fun.